.90 wash. I shaved the tabs off. That's gonna go right there. Again, that's the number one. Washer is hard, so I had to replace this. New one showed up, and the washer is flexible. The only difference is this one has a nut, this one doesn't. Again, I think it was for the originally so that you could replace this and keep the shaft. But so one of my springs was broken. They call them springs. The difference with these springs versus these are the new ones. These are the old ones. This one has a like a flap on it. You can see that. I don't know if you can see it. So again, it was in there and I pulled it out. I couldn't really see how it went together, but I think that edge fit in something like, I don't know, maybe like that. Yeah, this is for Ken. Ken's watching my videos, making sure I'm doing everything right, but those tabs are okay. I'll explain what I'm showing here. Ken was saying that he thinks I might have bent these little tabs that hold the snap ring in place, but they're fine. They're right up against the snap. They're right up against the snap ring. Yeah, I got this remote that I bought the Sony camera a long time ago. It's a long story, but I got it for $100. So I found a remote online. The Governor. This is the last thing that I haven't rebuilt. This is a speedometer drive gear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The reason I'm talking about this is because in my Trans Am, I switched the rear end gearing. So once you do that, there's going to be another gear out here that meshes with that. 7 gears. I'll just write 7 gears speedo. But there's also two little snap rings on here that I didn't see in the video. I'll have to go back and look at that. Back to the Governor. Again, I don't have any good snap ring pliers for this. Trade has their own little tools. Well, I'm just going to keep these in order. I don't think it's going to matter, but I mean, it shouldn't. They're all the same. Yeah, I would say buy some snap ring pliers. Maybe I will, but not this job. And take those 4 off. It's actually pretty tight. I guess what I should note is how this goes back together. There must be something about keeping this lined up. So, you know, what I do in a case like this, I just take a picture. I don't want to get it on wrong. So we'll just take this off, I guess. So again, before I go too far, I just want to see what I'm doing here. I have to think about things. Let's see, I took it apart like that. So the punch, this is what it looks like. There's a retaining clip like there was in the valve body. There's a spring in there. There's a spring in here and a snap ring here. But what I'm learning from this is just inspect everything. So that's what I'm going to do. Before I do anything else, these gears or splines or whatever you want to call them all look fine. A little dirt, look, there's some dirt in there. This looks fine. A little dirt there. That looks fine. That looks fine. They sure did a good job machining this stuff, I tell you. Everything right now looks fine. This looks fine. I think this is supposed to shake. So that's okay. And the reason it's supposed to shake is there's a spring-loaded piston right here. So, let me stop. Again, this is going to be the last piece that I got to rebuild. After this, we're going to put it back together. That might not be today because I got to, like I said, I got to go do other stuff. Distributor. This has got the same holes as you show on your 65. I did go ahead and clean this. Now, I don't have the right snap ring pliers. I could just keep that on there somehow. So, watch me and learn what not to do. I'm just going to oil this now because I don't want to forget. Oh, by the way, when I clean this, I had to use some emery cloth down here to get some heavy stuff off, but these two holes blow out through here. So where was I? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna watch. Just gonna watch what I do. I got it on video. This came out. That was there on top. The spring. I better take a picture of this. Yeah, I got that. Let's get one of these slide out plates. I think the spring is kind of held. Okay, so it's like that. This metal clip with that lip is on that side. It goes like that. That. There's a ball inside. There's a puck inside here. How do I take a picture of this? Just gotta remember. See, my mind's getting old. Just gotta remember that goes that way. Puck inside here. Spring. And a valve that just fell out. I think it was in this way. Yeah, like that. So I'm just gonna clean this and put it back together. I don't see anything. This is a little dirty, but it's just like, it's okay, just impregnated. It's okay. Let me take a picture of that before I forget. It's gonna hold this up so I don't forget. Let's see. So that's as far as this can come apart. So I'm just going to wash these pieces separate, then I'll get back and I'll just stick it back together. Okay, like I said, this is the last thing I got to rebuild. I've been through like 10 to 12 cans of brake cleaner. I just ran out. So there was some left over in the pan from me cleaning these parts, and I cleaned them. I cleaned them. They look good. See if I can remember how this goes together without using my my photos. which I'm such an idiot, I probably can't. See, that goes there. See, if I remember correctly, it was this, and this. So, and since the spring has to go on there, it has to be the way it goes, right? It has to be. How do I hold it there? On the side. How does the snap ring go in? I must have it pushed to the side. Yeah. Okay. Ah, it fell out. Of course, oh, there it goes. The snap ring's not all the way in, so well, be careful. I mean, it's down too far on this side. I think. Yeah, it is. That's weird. This has got to come up a hair. There we go. Something don't look right. What am I doing wrong here? There we go. The washer below is crooked. After I put this together, I'll look at the picture, but it's got to be the way it was. And this has to go in this way. Has to. So I guess assume that goes in first. This puck goes inside here. I should have put this in first, then I could have held that in. But I didn't. I don't care how many lights you put in your shop, it's never enough. Yeah, that's right. So this time I'm putting fluid in here because when I put the valve body together the first time I didn't do it. The puck's moving. So I'm just going to put this aside also. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to cut out of this video, but somehow these tools keep going this direction. I hope I'm in the video. But that's it. Everything's well, I guess not. I got to put this back on. So let's do that. Let's complete this. Then we can put the whole thing back together. Okay, I did oil these, right? Right. But I'm just gonna do a little bit more. What the heck? It looks dry. I know it's not, but it looks like it. This is one of those questions. You look at it and you wonder, how does the fluid, I mean, what is this thing doing? They said it goes like this. So what is going on here? Well, I guess obviously there's two passages. There's this passage for that valve, and these three pieces for that valve. If I remember correctly, it goes like that. I'm gonna look at my picture. I'm pretty damn sure. But I'm old. When you get old, you can't remember anything. Don't trust your memory. Trust me, don't trust your memory. Yeah, that's right. So I oiled everything. It should go back together. And I guess I should torque these down. You know, there's some kind of rust on this one nut. I'm gonna clean it. One bolt, one screw, whatever you want to call it. Take that one off and put it under the wire wheel. It's got rust on it. I hate rust. Okay, I'm out of brake cleaner. I'm just gonna wire brush on a motor. What do you call that? I don't know. Man, it's just like snot. Now, I don't know the torque on these. Let me see. I want to see if Ken talked about anything else that I didn't talk about. Again, he said cut that off. It didn't do it. They put it on there, but it didn't do any good. You can cut that off. That's all I can think of. Speedometer. This is the speedometer gear. I think I said 7. This is the anti-grunt torque specs in here. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be 10 to 24. Okay, 785. The weird thing about this book is that it goes from the C4 automatic dual range over here, but then it goes to Cruise-O-Matic or Merc-O-Matic dual range. So I don't know what that means. They're separate, but not. Anyway, the only torque specs are over here under Cruise-O-Matic, Merc-O-Matic dual range transmissions. So governor housing, that says converter. Governor valve body to counterweight screws. This must be the counterweight. Governor body cover screws. I don't know the answer to that. One of them is the governor valve body, the counterweight is 50 to 60. The governor valve body cover screws is 20 to 30. There's a star on both these, and it's inch pounds. So I don't know the answer. I think it's on. It must be on the DVD, but the problem is I can't forward the DVD. I got to play the whole damn thing, and it's right on my thing. It's at 50 minutes. I got to play the DVD for 50 minutes to get to that point. I can do it by hand. Screw it. You know what? I'll tell you, when I started, I was totally lost. I'm still kind of lost, but torque specs. Because this is the kind of stuff you get if you buy a DVD from Ken. But let's see if the governor sleeve. I guess I can watch the video and see if he called it a governor sleeve. But no, there's another one. Governor to collector body. What is that? That's 80 to 120. That can't be it. It's got to be 12 to 20. I can do that by hand. I'm just going to go about how tight it felt when I took it apart. It felt about that tight. Maybe I'll check it later if I feel like watching that DVD all the way through. I don't feel like going 50 minutes though. That's got to be okay. That's it. It's rebuilt. I just got to put it back together. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else. Not positive. I still have all these left. I don't think I need them. Let's see what's left in here. We are going to need that. We'll take that out. We're not going to need that. We are going to need this. I believe that's the seal on the linkage. And I think that also, I think these go on the band adjustments. We did not use this seal. I'm not sure what that is. That must be, no, what is that? What is that? Where is the gasket for this? I guess there is no gasket because it's inside. Not sure where that goes. Tail housing. This. Oh, look, you know what I got right here? Damn it. I got a filter. I think the filter went inside here. But I didn't see, but I don't think there was one in there. There's also a little puck in here, and also 2 steel balls. 3 steel balls. Let me watch the video again. That part you talked about. I might put this in a video, I might not, but you saw what my governor looked like inside, what my distributor looked like inside. But in this book, 64, they show 4 holes. So we only had 2, and they also don't show I'm thinking about something else. They also don't show a filter. I just watched your video. It says, I think you said 65 and older might have a screen if the hole's bigger. And it also says, really, do not over tighten the bolts. But it doesn't say what the spec is. So I'm gonna guess it should have been, let's go back to that. Governor body to distributor body. Yeah, 80 to 120 inch-pounds. Well, why do they put it in 8? I think you divide that by 12. So let's say 90 divided by 12. I think that's how you do it. That's 7. Nah. Well, I know one thing, they're tight enough. They're probably over tight. It actually felt like it might be starting to, go too tight. I guess it won't do any point now to loosen it. Just gonna leave it. I know they're not stripped. I know they're tight. We're gonna leave it. We're not gonna mess with it. I'm not gonna put, so when I'm going back to these parts, I don't know what all this stuff is. I don't know why they can't put a picture in these. Why is it nowadays that when I was young, when you got parts, they had diagrams where everything went. So I think that's what I need right there. I don't know if I said this. I might cut this out too because this is a crazy video. Ken was looking at my video and he goes, that pan is bent. Well, it is bent. So apparently on the 64 that has a shallow pan, you need this filter. 26535. This came from, it says Portland Training. So before I tore apart the transmission, I had some harebrained idea that it could just be the fluids that were mixed up. And the gear to slip, or not even heavy gear, but then I decided, no, that's stupid. But anyway, that's what happened. I put this one on there and it bent. You never know it because you can't see it. Get the shallow pan. If you have, get the shallow filter. If you have a pan that looks like this. 0.9, that's less than an inch. On this end, it's 1.3, which I think is 1 1/3 inches, which is like 1 1/4, a little bit more than 1 1/4. Anyway, yeah, I think it's rebuilt. I'm just gonna put all this stuff back in there. It helps me to touch things, to remember. I was never really good in school because I couldn't see the point of all the stuff they were teaching me. But when I got into the construction trade, it just all made sense. After a while. I gotta touch stuff. I'm one of those touch learners. That's okay. I did really good. I always hit more money than everybody else. Everybody that I knew. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I did good. With a with whatever brain problem I got, which I don't really care. So I'm gonna go do something else today. I don't think I'm gonna get back to this till who knows when. This is Friday, I think. There's no rush. I'm retired. But again, just because I watched this, I think I'll put some Fell on here before I forget. I don't want to forget later. I don't know if it matters. Well, that oil went somewhere because I put a lot on. I mean, where is it? Where did it all go? It's soaked into the metal. I decided to keep track of, since I never did transmission before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cans of brake cleaner and 1 can of gum out. And this is the parts over here. So yeah, start putting it together. I mean, I've already put the valve body together. I put the clutches together. It's really going to come down to, I think, putting it all back in the case. All the tools I needed at one time or another. Well, actually, I didn't need them all. But I kept pulling out tools trying to find the right one. But that's it.